Pasalamatan muna natin ang ating radio partners, 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM, 96.3 Easy Rock, at ang ating mga kapatid over at DZSR 918 AM Sports Radio, Nico Ramos and Jalski Escobarski with the call of today's action.
Jolly still looks good.
Oh, talaga? Tsaka feeling good palagi, Jalski Escobar.
And Erica should be there. As I promised, I'll work with her. On the house.
19:15 ang nasa ating talan to open the second quarter of action. Don Ontiveros, pinasok ni Coach Luigi. Malamig pa off the bench for his first attempt. Kasama niya sina Azul, Buenafe, Ramos at Espinas. Binabantayan niya sina Mercado, Menk, Horda, Salva, and Romeo.
If you look at this game, hindi masyado maganda ang offensa ng dalawang koponan. But defense is there because of the importance of the game.
More importantly, itong GlobalPort held Alaska to less than 20 points. GlobalPort, yun ang naging problema nila, Doc. In that 5-game losing streak, close to 100 points per game ang kanila pinamigay.
That means that the defense really suffered. It's not because another team can just shoot well. All of the teams can shoot well here in the PBA. You have to defend.
Salva from the baseline. No go. Eric Meng underneath takes it away from Espinas. Ball slapped away by one of the aces.
Eric's still very strong power underneath the basket. He may have lost a little of the lift, when he tries to go up for the follow-up shot.
Natin si Eric Meng, a one-time MVP dito sa inyong Philippine Basketball Association as Justin Chua checks into this game. So Chua, kasabayan pa si Meng to try and get some size in there para sa Batang Pier. Catch and shoot Romeo that couldn't deliver. Underneath Salva, Meng, ayaw pa rin. Nakanino na nga ba? Espinas dives for it. And he sues for time.
Well, point blank misses by the two big men of the GlobalPort Batang Pier team. And a good 30-second timeout being called here by the Alaska Aces.
As we send it over to Miss Erica Padilla.
Bakas ang lungkot kay Terrence nung kausap ko kanina dahil kung kailan kailangan daw ang kanyang contributions, dun daw siya pumapalya. His exact words were, hindi ko alam kung saan kukuha ng confidence. Dahil daw sa pressure, nakalimutan na niya how to enjoy the game. Nawawala daw siya sa rhythm that makes him doubt his own game. Pero sabi niya, sigurado naman daw na it's just part of being a rookie and hindi lang siya ang nakakaramdam nun. He just has to stay positive in thought to transcend it on the court. Balik sa inyo.
Itong si Romeo shooting 24% from the three-point line, 35% overall, averaging just under 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per contest. It be a liver lover with Liberate Sili Marine Capsule. It's liver lover, boy. Azul against Romeo. Gets it over to Espina. Sinanap si Buenafe. Salva bantay niya. Azul once again has 5 to work with. Behind the back pass to Ramos. Bobbles, recovers, puts it up. Couldn't bail him out. Kaso ayun na naman ang offensive rebounding ng Alaska. Sorry, Miss para kay Azul. Mercado down the gut of the defense. Overshoots that one as Chua is fouled on the rebound.
That's one thing I like about Justin. Follows his teammate straight to the basket. Has an opportunity for a touchback or a possible offensive rebound and a putback.
Halos 2 minuto na lumilipas sa ating second quarter. Salva from the outside. Rings the bell. That cuts this deficit to 4.
That's one of the most simple plays in basketball, the handoff, and then you provide the screen, and the defensive man never goes through the screen, allowing an easy open shot.
Napo natin ang mananalo sa bakbakan na ito will have for themselves at the very least before the math a playoff to get into the quarterfinals. Matalay matatalo will be in a do or die situation sa kanilang huling assignment dito sa Philippine Cup. Alaska will be taking on Barako Bull next Sunday. First game yan dito rin sa loob ng Big Dome. Samantala, ito namang GlobalPort will be taking on Ginebra San Miguel first game this coming Friday.
If you look at the standings, the 1, 2, 3 is also very much up for grabs. The first 2 slots between Ginebra, Petron, and Rain or Shine. And it means a lot to have a twice-to-beat advantage. That's why you can see pumupukpok, nagpapakamatay rin yung mga tatlo nasa ibabaw niyan. So if you have to meet any of these teams as your last few games, it's also a problem. And we see Sam Eman coming into the ball game for the first time for the Aces. Eric Meg, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line today. Cuts the lead down to 3. Low scoring first quarter, but well played defensively.
Actually, pati talk and text Dr. J na meron pang outside chance if they take care of their last 2 assignments, they can get to 9 wins. But they gotta hope na isa lang ang lumampas sa 9 wins doon sa tatlong nagpapakbakan doon.
That's true. Eric Menk now being replaced here by Salvador. Given a minutes, in other words, I thought he got about 6-7 straight playing minutes. And as a player, you do get warmed up. He had a couple of rebounds, and that really helped his team.
Romeo from the outside, long 2 is good.
You can't forget about percentages with this guy. Once he gets going, he's like a machine gun Romeo.
Yun nga yung binabanggit niya kay Eric, no? Hinahanap lang niya yung kanyang kumpiyansa. Pagka nakikita niya lumulusot yung bolang ganon, aba, sky is the limit para sa batang yan. Ramos, handoff to Casio. Bottled up by Mercado. Sam Eman at the post. The jump hook, no good. Justin Chua holding his own against Big Man. Romeo. Di maipagpag itong si Azul. Finally sees the basket. Tumalog lang palabas. JV dito sa kabilang dulo. Gets it over to Azul. RJ drops it off. Eman. Clipped by Salvador. That'll be the second personal on John Dan.
There was a good play created there by RJ Azul. I think a good defensive foul also given by Salvador. No intention to hurt. Hard foul. Make the guy earn it from the free throw line.
Be a liver lover with Liverade Silimarin Capsule. It's liver lover, boy.
Marami ka ba dyan?
Baka meron.
Yeah, but that's one thing. It's one of the you have to take care of your liver. It's very important because pag dyan tinamaan ka, medyo mabilis yan.
Lalong-lalo to si Mike Sangon, yung FD natin. Dok, makikinig ka kay Doc Mike kasi. Romeo from the outside. Eman taps it over to De La Cruz. As we take a look at our Tanduay Ram 5 on the floor, celebrating Ram excellence since 1854.
Team's rebounding in this ball game is pretty good. Romeo has taken the last 4 shots for his team. He has made 2. That's 50%. 5 points in the last 4 attempts that he has taken.
Yun nga binabanggit mo, Doc. No? Throw out the stats. Pag kailangan ng basket, si Romeo hahanap at hahanap ng paraan. 23-22, GlobalPort within 1 once again. Casio nagtitimon para sa Alaska kasama si De La Cruz, Tos, Baguio, and Eman. Which Luigi wanting to impose their size kontra dito kina Chua, Salvador, Mercado, Romeo, and Salva. Itis ka lang yung tira na yun, pero Eman puts it back up. Niluwa lang ng ring. Pupunta na sa GlobalPort ang bola.
That's true. He's using actually a very tall forward lineup, no? With Eman, Tos, and De La Cruz. Tony De La Cruz there. Romeo.
Scored the last 6 points para dito sa Batang Pier. Mercado using that in-out. Gets it over to Chua. Di talaga makakuha ng GlobalPort ang kalamangan dito.
That was a pretty good setup. Mercado is playing decoy right now. Actually not taking a lot of attempts, but penetrating and setting them up.
Eman, wide open. Yung hesitation niya costed that basket. Ito na naman si Romeo sa kabilang dulo. Working against Casio. Terence puts it up.
And he'll be fouled by JB Casio, which will send him to the free throw line.
And a chance for GlobalPort na finally makatikim na ng abante sa ball game na ito. 6:43 natitira sa ating first half.
Romeo is a very good free throw shooter from his amateur days with FAU. No?
Romeo completes the first as we give out some good news sa ating mga kapatid. Mapapanood na ang Kapatid TV at Action TV International sa Ontario at Quebec, Canada via Bell 5. Just call 1-866-797-8686 to subscribe.
That ball, the second shot was a little bit too hard. No? So still, tabla pa rin tayo dito.
Naibigay naman ni Romeo yung unang deadlock ng ating bakbakan.
Anyway, Gabby Espinas was coming to the ball game to replace Emma. Nice play. If you're going to use pick, make sure you attack on the inside. Don't be shooting outside shots. Because that doesn't necessarily mean that you get the offensive rebound. But if you attack on the inside, there's where your advantage is.
Romeo from Mercado. Casio lost his footing but has recovered. Nice crossover by Terence. Fading to the left. Does not drop. Espinas tracks it down.
I think Romeo has been given the go signal by his coaching staff to just keep on taking shots wherever it is.
Baguio against Mercado. Kicks it over. Casio against Romeo. Tingnan natin kung babawi si JB. Hindi, inigot muna niya. 6 to shoot para sa Alaska. Baba nung pasa ni Baguio. Papunta sana kay Thos. Here comes Mercado. The soul train all the way to the rack is fouled.
Sol Mercado is a very difficult player to defend once he gets moving now in the open court. He'll fake you left and right, but when he comes back to the right, he's really very strong going to the basket for his takeoff.
One of the deadliest crossovers in the PBA today is at the free throw line. Takes care to first as Hayes checks back in.
We also see Hayes coming back into the ball game, plus L.A. Revilla replacing Romeo to play in the backcourt with Sol Mercado.
L.A. Revilla playing only his 3rd PBA game. Coach Richie Dixon humuhugot na sa kanyang bench. Naghahanap na ng solusyon.
Well, L.A. Revilla is also a pretty good outside shot. And though he may be small, he can get to the basket also very quick. He's a real point guard, and that might help Sol, who's playing in the 2 position right now.
Casio looking for Espinas. Ball slapped away by the Batang Pier. 6 na segundo na titira sa shot clock netong Alaska. De La Cruz hollering out instructions. They go to Baguio. Cyrus has to pull the trigger. Drops it off. Boss from the outside. No go. Sa rebound play, Sinabong ang nakakuha. Revilla racing down the floor. Now waits for his teammates. Salvador. High post contra Thos. Aabot kay Revilla.
2 former Green Archers going at it.
4 seconds to shoot. Mercado for a long one. Couldn't drop.
They couldn't set up any play because when they ran the transition break with Revilla, the other 2 men were still lingering in the backcourt, so they lost a lot of time before they could set their half-court game.
GlobalPort though holding their own minus their leading scorer and rebounder. Big block. Here comes Mercado sa kabilang dulo. Iiwan kay Hayes. Down to go to the defense. At saka una-una ang pagkakataon. Nakalamang na ang Batang Pier.
Ang tama yung ginawa ni Hayes doon. He didn't take an open outside shot from 18 feet. What he did was drive hard to the basket, get the layup.
If you are just joining us, Jay Washington not suited up for this contest. Plantar fasciitis ang kanyang injury sa kanyang paa.
Sakit yun. Meron ako nun.
2 weeks daw yung kay Jay Wash.
Pero konti-konti lang. Nadadaan ng gamot.
Yan. Di pwedeng itapak na madiin yan no, Dok?
Don't talk about that.
Ayaw maisip na nito dahil nakagamot. Casio pulls the trigger in and out. GlobalPort looking to build on this 2-point lead. Tabong surveys the floor. He's got Mercado right behind him. Azul trying to keep in step with Sol. Ball gets over to Nabong. He goes cross-court, 3 to shoot. Revilla's got to go. Hayes with a bailout 3. Nothing but air.
Most important thing wherein you are in the game, especially if you're the point or the 2 guard, you have to know the time situation for your team. If you throw up a shot at that stage, like Revilla had that opportunity, it's not going to be a bad shot because at least your team may have a chance at a rebound. But if you don't throw it up and you pass it off, then you're going to get caught with a 24-second shot clock violation.
Coach Luigi Trillo likewise digging deeper into his bench. Chris Eximiniano ipinasok na rito. Pinalitan muna si Casio.
Tapat na dito si R.R. Garcia.
Buena Fe in traffic. Had to throw it up dahil muntikan siya ma-traveling. Here comes Revilla sa kabilang dulo. Bullet pass to Garcia. He unleashes one. Punches it through.
magaling rin sa ganyan niya, sa catch and shoot when he sets it up. No? Ayun, ang ganda ng passes sa kanya ni Revilla. So, good setup. The two small men really working well in the backcourt now.
3-point shot atid sa atin ng PLDT Home DSL, the number 1 home broadband. Azul, minama itong si Revilla pero couldn't get it to drop. Garcia controlling the pace here para sa Batang Pier.
Primary fast break and Garcia holds the situation, gets a high pick and roll play here with Eric.
Tagal lang napako sa 25 ng Alaska. Revilla though couldn't add to this 5-point lead.
That's his shot actually. I've seen him make those kind of shots when he's spotted up.
Azul slowing down the pace.
Nakahalata si Coach Richie Dixon, pabalik na si Solomon kasi ang litong backcourt niya, ang laki ng backcourt mo. Eximiniano at saka si RJ Azul ng Alaska.
Buenafe fakes the 3. Somehow got it over to Thos. 2 to shoot. Buenafe's gotta go. Napatama naman sa ring. Pero nakinabong na yung rebound. Nauna si Hayes. Hindi nakita ni Revilla. And Revilla goes for the stop and pop. Naramdaman yata ni Revilla siya papalitan. Tumira na lang.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. He was open. Yung problema dito, hindi natatawag ng maganda ang play ng Alaska Aces. And they know it.
6:24 mark pa ng ating second quarter nung huling gumalaw ang kanilang score. Sonny Thos finally breaks the silence para dito sa mga Alas.
Well, you go to the main man when you need a basket. That was an important basket for the Aces as they were trailing by 5 at that stage.
Hayes na ipit lalabas kay Revilla. Less than a minute and a half remaining sa ating second quarter. Hayes attacking. Kicks it over. Nabong shaken big and finishes with a tap board.
Great marked improvement in the game of Nabong. I think now he's calmed down and we have a timeout being called here by Coach Luigi Trillo. Not happy at all with the way his team is moving.
Lamang pa nga na 5 rito ang GlobalPort 32-27. 30-second timeout requested by Alaska. They want to make sure of this next offensive though.
That's right.
Tandaan po natin maya-maya at the half, babalik tayo sa ating Sports 5 Center. Aaron Ataide, Coach Ronnie Magsano at yung internet action star naknaka ng gwapong si Ramon Bautista.
Pretty boy
Talaga Pati si Aaron kasama doon
Talagang pretty boy yan.
Yan. Uy, full timeout na ang tinawag dito. The Alaska Aces finding themselves down by 5 in this match that might just determine their fate in the Philippine Cup. Cyrus Baguio answering Coach Luigi's call. Purries a 3 hatid sa atin ng PLDT Home DSL, the number 1 home broadband.
For his first points since the start of the first quarter. So far, he and Sonny Thos have been the consistent players for the Aces.
Mercado on the move, gets it over to Nabong. Nabong off the drill. Buta tayo nabot mula kay Sonny Thos. GlobalPort has 3 seconds to try and come up with a shot. Mercado from the baseline. Gets it over to Menk. The bicep jumper is good.
I feel, if you give him playing time, he's going to enjoy himself. He knows he's going to be playing. And that's going to up his confidence, especially with his medium-range jump shots.
Balik ulit sa 4 ang abante ng GlobalPort. 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Espinas, fouled by Menk, will have to earn his points from the line. R.R. Garcia pa pala ang napituan on that help side.
I still think he'll take that, although Gabi is a pretty good free throw shooter. At least you have your weak side player helping out the big man. As Gabi misses the first free throw, you have your weak side player helping the big man who had to cover the guy that was penetrating.
Romeo, ibinalik ni Coach Richie dito.
They're not boxing out Gabi. The guy can go for the offensive boards if he misses that.
Kaya pwedeng mag-last shot dito ang Batang Pier, and Coach Richie Dixon wants to map just that out. Puro gunners ang nasa sahig para sa kanila ngayon. Mercado, Garcia, and Romeo joined by Menk and Nabong. Tandaan po natin, after today, GlobalPort back in action Friday, January 17 kontra Barangay Ginebra. Alaska naman, Sunday, January 19 kontra Barako Bull. As we remind everybody na masusubaybayan na ang PBA sa Action TV International sa Middle East via Orbit Showtime Network, sa Europe naman via OSN TV tomorrow, at sa Guam via CV Broadband. Sabihan na ninyo ang inyong mga kamag-anak na abangan ang maaksyon na labanan ng PBA pati na rin ang pagbabalik ng UFL sa Action TV International.
Some beauties on the screen there. But look at the situation right now. Alaska has a foul to give, and they will use that if you make the attack a little bit too late in your shot clock. So it's important for Global maybe to try to attack quickly, so get that foul from, let's say, Hasul if he gives it up against Romeo.
Sabi ni Mercado kay Romeo, ikot mo muna yung bola. Now Mercado receives that pass, 4 to work with. And Azul, like you mentioned, Doc, gives up that foul.
It's a good time. They're not just going to give up the foul uselessly. They will give it up and try to shorten the time. Now, 2.5 is still a lot of time to get off a good play.
Mercado maglalabas. Garcia comes out to meet the pass. The long three is no good. And that'll do it for the first 24 minutes of action. GlobalPort po makakapagbako ng 3 puntos na kalamangan into the dugout. 34-31 is your score. And sa Sports 5 Center, meron tayong mga napakagandang magiging bisita. Dok, punta tayo doon, kina Aaron. Makigulo tayo sa Sports 5 Center sa aming pagbabalik.